In another video that I made, I questioned the fact that, we have not started seeing evidence. People have not started coming out with evidence. But it will surprise you that EC Ugwuonye has said that he is ready to testify against AFE Bablola. Very soon, AFE Bablola will be regretting why he initiated this case against DELE Farotimi. Before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Please go ahead and subscribe. Like this video, also leave your opinions in the comments section below as well. I am ready to testify against AFE Bablola in the case of DELE Farotimi. Nigerians should understand that the case of DELE Farotimi against AFE Bablola, CONOFR, SAN, is one of the most significant cases to come up in Nigeria in this decade. It is a case where a man is prosecuted with the instrument of state power for saying the truth against a powerful person in Nigeria and against the Nigerian judiciary. In my work as the head of Due Process Advocates PDPA Foundation, I have evidence to substantiate the contentious assertions made by Farotimi. For those who do not understand the issues at stake, in this book, Nigeria and its criminal justice system, Farotimi stated that AFE Bablola had exerted some corrupting influence over the Nigerian judiciary. That assertion is a candid opinion based on facts. It is true as to AFE Bablola and as to the Nigerian judiciary. The only thing surprising in all this is the fact that Farotimi had the courage to say it in a book. From one incident involving AFE Bablola that I am aware of, I easily came to the same conclusion as Farotimi. I encountered the power and influence of AFE Bablola. He possesses, no doubt, a pervasive and probably corrupt influence over the judiciary and the police. In that case, I realized how impossible it would be for me to confront the man because I could see that the police and the courts would not be fair or just in any matter in which the man's name was mentioned. I was left with the impression that if AFE Bablola had an interest in any matter, the Nigerian justice system was as good as a jungle justice system. It was an extensive influence by one man over the whole system of justice, which clearly undermined any notion that the courts are the last hope of an ordinary man. If you wonder about the encounter I am speaking about, it has to do with a case of domestic violence and child custody dispute between one Dr. Nnamdi Ikpezi and his wife Florence Dr. Ikpezi, in a law lecturer in AFE Bablola University. He had a dispute with his wife Florence, which resulted in the wife fleeing from Ekiti to Port Harcourt with their three minor children. Her reason for fleeing was to escape domestic violence. She had reported the incident of domestic violence to DPA before she moved to Port Harcourt. She contacted us again months later and reported an ongoing police arrest incident. What happened was that she had filed a petition for custody at the magistrate's court in Port Harcourt. It was a petition against her husband, Dr. Ikpezi. The case was ongoing and the processes had been served on the husband, including a hearing notice. Instead of Dr. Ikpezi responding to the court in Port Harcourt, he went to AFE Bablola, who apparently took his side and decided to protect him from having to respond to the court in Port Harcourt. Instead of appearing in court with the backing of AFE Bablola, Dr. Ikpezi procured the police from Ekiti Command to drive all the way to Port Harcourt to arrest Florence and her three children and Florence's sister. They were taken all the way from Port Harcourt to Ekiti State, where the police simply handed the children over to Dr. Ikpezi, while Florence was held at the police station. DPA sent letters to the police demanding due process for the lady. The next day, police made it clear that the parties should go to Baba, who would adjudicate the matter. It was clear that the police were acting under the instruction of Baba. The Baba was AFE Bablola. They treated him like God. It is always dangerous when a man plays God. We learned that the mother of Dr. Ikpezi was also a lawyer who happened to be the dean of the law faculty at Nnamdi Azikiwe University. AFE Bablola, without consideration of the law or the facts of the case, took the side of Dr. Ikpezi. By the way, my letters on the matter was presented to Bablola. Dr. Ikpezi and his mother were busy telling Bablola all manner of lies against my person. They told AFE Bablola that I was the bad and therefore that my letter did not deserve any consideration. I attached the content of my letter below. For such highly placed people to peddle such petty lies against me over a child custody, you have to sweep for Nigeria and its corrupt judicial system. The whole experience was quite shocking to me. I had thought that a man like AFE Bablola would be interested in upholding the law and in ensuring that people would be treated fairly. But instead, he became the law himself and decided who should get justice and who should not. And he gave justice to those who worshipped him. As an American-trained lawyer, I found the whole thing disgusting. I couldn't fight him because I truly understood that he had the judges and the police in his pocket. I am happy that someone else had the same opinion of him and was brave enough to write a book on it. The manner in which they have treated DELE Farotimi is just evidence that this book is right and timely. It is the best book in Nigeria today, and the world should take notice of its content. It is an irony that the legacy of AFE Bablola may end up a legacy of judicial corruption. Let them keep arresting anybody who speaks the truth against them. But if I am a free man, I will be more than eager to testify in favor of Farotimi. You all, what are your thoughts? Let's have them in the comment section. We have the first person who is ready to testify against Baba AFE Bablola in the courts. You all, what do you think? Let us know in the comment section, guys. This is a letter that the man is talking about, dated December 27, 2023. I will just read some of its content. It says, we are a human rights humanitarian NGO. We received a report from the family of Mrs. Josephine Uche Umbelu, alleging that a team of police officers from Ekiti State Command arrested Mrs. Josephine Uche Umbelu, her daughter, Mrs. Ugwuonye Florence Ikpezi, and 3 children of Mrs. Ikpezi, thereafter referred to as the victims. How can you even hear about a case of domestic violence and the next thing you want to do is arrest the wife instead of arresting the perpetrator, instead of arresting the guilty party, just because you are very close or the person is a lecturer of yours in your own school? So you decided, despite the fact that there is a case in court too. I have all the content of the letter before me, but it's just too long for me to, read. You all, what are your thoughts? Let's just have them in the comment section. What do you think of this? Because this is like one evidence out of so many that we are going to, see very soon. This is one of so many other evidences like that. You all, I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you all think. Subscribe to this channel, guys, if you haven't already done that. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.